If you're a videographer, you run a content agency, and you're tired of chasing clients, staying up late editing, and still not scaling, this video is for you. I'm going to break down my exact social funnel, the system that helped me land high-ticket clients on autopilot. It almost feels illegal. This blueprint right here took my agency from a few $1,000s a month to multiple six figures a year, and it's the same system that I teach inside Video CEO to help other videographers do the same. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Chris Cinematic, and I help videographers turn their camera skills into a profitable video business. So if you're serious about scaling your business to 10, 30, 40, even 100K a month without doing everything yourself, hit that subscribe button and let's dive into the video. Okay, so as you can see here, we have the social funnel pulled up. So let's start at the very top here, which is top of the funnel. The purpose of top of the funnel is simple. It's to get attention, because in today's world, attention is currency. And I really believe the most valuable currency when it comes to making money is attention. If nobody knows you exist, it doesn't matter how good your videos are. It doesn't matter how good you edit. It doesn't matter, the gear you have, you're invisible. And do you know what happens when you stay invisible? You stay broke, right? If you don't have attention, you're invisible. And because you're invisible, you stay broke. And that's exactly where most videographers get stuck, is behind the camera, hidden from their ideal clients. So your job at top of the funnel is simple. It's to get in front of the right people. Get in front of the right people who are going to pay you money for your services. So there are two powerful ways that I recommend doing that. The first one is going to be follower ads, and the second one is going to be DM ads. And yes, I know running ads can sound scary if you don't know what you're doing, but the way we teach our students inside Video CEO, we make it super, super simple. We show you exactly how to run ads to your ideal clients so you can get them following you basically on autopilot. So here's why you want to do both follower ads and DM ads. Follower ads basically help you grow an audience of potential buyers. These people may not be ready to buy today, but with the right content strategy, the right nurturing, they'll start to trust you, like you, follow you, and eventually reach out to you. DM ads, on the other hand, are designed to start conversations with qualified leads pretty much immediately. So these are people ready to engage, ready to book a call, and ready to become a client right away. And just to be clear, even though the goal of a DM ad is to start a conversation, people will still follow you. So you still grow your audience, but you're still also filling your DMs with potential prospects ready to buy. So ultimately, if someone is following or DMing you from an ad, something in your ad triggered a specific emotion or pain point, and that's exactly what we want in these ads to do, is to call out a specific type of person with a specific type of pain point, someone who's actually curious and wants to learn more. But again, you don't want to rely on just one. I recommend doing the combination of follower ads and DM ads. Okay, so let's pull up this Google Doc and let me show you some examples of what a follower ad and a DM ad may look like. So let's say you're a videographer who works with chiropractors to scale their business. Your follower ad might say something along the lines of, if you're a chiropractor posting on social media and still not getting booked appointments, it's not the algorithm, it's your content strategy. Follow me and go through my past content to learn how to use short form videos to turn views into real patient visits. So again, that's obviously not a full-blown script, but that's ideally the messaging of what you would say in the ad. And then for the DM ad, you could say something along the lines of, hey, we help local chiropractors get 18 new patient inquiries in 3 weeks with just 1 day of filming. DM me the word chiro and I'll show you exactly how we did it. Right? And then they would go ahead and DM you. You would kind of go into the pain points in the conversations, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later in the video. But that's that's ideally how you would do some sort of DM ad like that. So again, these aren't like word per word scripts, but this is kind of along the lines of what you would say in a follower ad and a DM ad. Okay, so we're back at the funnel. So once your ad starts generating followers and conversations, you want someone, whether it's you or a team member or ideally a setter, who's responsible for actually handling these DMs, because the truth is, you shouldn't be glued to your phone replying to all these messages all day. And this is where a setter comes in. Their job is to take those initial leads from your content or your ads, qualify them, dig a little bit into their pain points, and ideally book them into a call either with yourself or a closer on your team. And we'll talk more about this at the bottom of the funnel, but ideally this is where a setter would come in. Okay, so we did a quick breakdown of top of the funnel, but because someone just followed you or DM'd you or replied to an ad doesn't mean that they're going to always buy right away. So that's where we shift from basically top of the funnel into middle of the funnel. So middle of the funnel is all about nurturing people who are now in your world, but they may still be on the fence about working with you. You said something in the ad that triggered them or triggered an emotion or a pain point. So they followed you, they might have DM'd you, but they still don't fully trust you enough to book a call or drop a 5K, on a retainer, or 10K on a retainer, etc. But here's where most videographers mess up. They're great at creating content for clients, but they're terrible at building their own brand. They haven't created any authority. They're not showing their face. They're not building any trust. But let me ask you something serious. Why would I hire you to do my content if you're not even doing content for yourself? Right? Let me repeat that one more time. Why would I hire you to do my content if you're not even doing content for yourself? And this is exactly what your audience is thinking. So in middle of the funnel, your job is to nurture, is to build trust with your ideal clients. You need to build authority. You need to build trust. You need to build connection with the people who are already watching you. So they came into the top of the funnel, right? You piqued their interest. You said something in the ad that triggered that pain point. But again, now you need to nurture them. But Chris, how do I nurture these people? How do I create content for them? Okay, great question. So we're going to jump into the Google Doc real quick. Alrighty, so we're back on the Google Doc. So here we're going to talk a little bit about what the best middle of the funnel content is. So the best type of middle of the funnel content, again, this is to nurture people, to make sure they like you and make sure that they know that you're the authority. So the first type of content is going to be authority content. This is where you show your expertise, you prove you understand your audience's pain points, and you show that you're the person who can solve them. So here are a couple of authority style videos. So the first one could be breaking down content mistakes you see in your niche. So if you work with realtors, gym owners, etc., you can talk about the mistakes that you see in those industries. The next type of video is explaining how the videos you create for your clients turn into sales when done right. So talk about how this video generated this many leads for this client, how this video got this gym packed, or this video got this many chiro patients in their practice, etc., etc. The next type of video is going to be educating your audience on content systems that work. So talk about your process, talk about your ideation, talk about how you script videos, talk about just basically what works in your business that makes the results happen for these clients. So this is what I call authority content. You're basically just having them think, this person knows what they're talking about. They speak my language and I can trust them. So the second style of content is going to be proof content. This is all about showcasing real results. So these are before and afters. These are video testimonial from clients. These are screenshot of client wins. This can be screenshot of views and leads for your clients. So this lets people see exactly what it's like to win with you and what actually gets them results when they work with you. This is proof content. And the third style of content is going to be story content. Your story is what creates connection with your audience. Talk about why you became a videographer, talk about your story, share what you've learned working with your niches or your industries, be real about your growth, challenges, lessons. The more someone relates to you, the more they are likely to trust you and end up buying from you. So you do want to not just post authority and proof content, show a little bit about you. That's the point in the middle of the funnel and building a personal brand, is that it's personal. It's about you. It's about your process, your expertise. So you need to showcase your story to build relatability. And again, when you share your stories, people are more likely to trust you. And when they trust you, they'll go ahead and become a buyer. So now let's say you've done all that. You've done authority content, proof content, story content. You're doing all that through short form on Instagram. But if you want to add another powerful layer to your middle of the funnel, this is where YouTube comes in. And you might be asking me, Chris, why do I need to create YouTube videos? Because of something called the 7-11-4 rule, which is a study actually done from Google. So the study basically is, it takes 7 hours of content within 11 touch points and 4 different locations to turn a stranger into a buyer. So long form content like YouTube is the fastest way to hit that. So from someone to watch 7 hours of your content strictly through short form is extremely tough. So this could be exactly the same videos that you're already posting on Instagram, the short form, but you can turn those into longer trainings or breakdowns on YouTube. So you're just like how you're watching this video right now, you're getting value, you're seeing my expertise, and you're starting to trust me. So you want your prospects to basically feel the same way about you. So once we've done everything in the middle of the funnel, let's transition to bottom of the funnel. Now that we're at the bottom of the funnel, this is where the money is made. Because if you've done your job right at the top of the funnel and middle of the funnel, you've got attention, you've built trust. Now it's time to convert that interest into actual clients. So how do we do that? First, you need to book appointments. And how do we book appointments? We want to use basically direct messages through the DMs. And this is going to be direct messages through Instagram. So the goal of your DMs is to create conversations that go deep into pain points and naturally transitions into a book call. This is where you or your setter comes in. So you want to ask questions that uncover current struggles with your business. So questions like, what's your current content strategy like? Or what's the biggest challenge when it comes to getting new clients for you, right? So DMs aren't just about selling, they're for listening, they're for understanding, and they're leading the conversation into a clear next step, which is ideally to book a call so you can close the deal with them. And once they book a call with you, your job is basically to uncover the biggest challenges they're facing right now with their content. Paint the vision of what's possible if they worked with you. Show them how your video services are their bridge to help them hit their goals. So this is your opportunity on that call to show them that you understand and that you have a process to get them real results. So we cover a lot in this funnel. Just to recap a little bit, we have top of the funnel, which is all about getting attention. This is where you're getting your ideal clients to see you for the first time. Then we have middle of the funnel. This is about building trust through your content, your story, and your authority. So you nurture them so they know who you are and they know you're the expert. And then bottom of the funnel, this is where they finally believe you can solve their problem and that they're ready to take action. This is where you convert them from just a viewer into a client, either through a DM or a booked call. So when done right, this system right here in front of you can make you thousands and thousands of dollars. And the best part is you're not chasing leads anymore. You're tracking the right ones on autopilot. And when this is fully dialed in, it literally feels illegal how many qualified leads start to show up. So if this video helped you, hit that like button because it tells YouTube this was worth watching. And if you're serious about building a real video business, one that gets clients consistently and scales past $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month, then I invite you to check out my program Video CEO, where I help videographers install this exact social funnel system and scale their video agencies with systems, team, and strategy. There's a link down below where you can book a free strategy call with me or one of my team members. We look at your business, we identify where you're stuck, and map out exactly how to get you to that next level. So click that link down below if you want to help scale your video business. And don't forget to subscribe. I post videos just like this every single week to help scale your video business, to attract better clients, and finally help you make the income you deserve. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.